Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a PvT between Pure in the bottom right corner and in the top left as our Terran will be CuddleBear. So this is some kind of, I don't even know, it's at least a Grandmaster match, and I believe it's not actually a ladder game. I believe it's some kind of tournament. Can you please leave? Yeah, very cute. I don't know which tournament though, but it should be a reasonable game at least. Not actually sure how good these players are because I really don't know them. I think I know Pure, but that might actually be a different Pure, so I'm not actually sure about that. So we do see the pylon going down, and we see, of course, the supply depot going down at the ramp. Normally, well, of course, we see some ramp wall off just to keep out the scouting probe. But for now, no scouting going on. Of course, I didn't expect that. This is a two-player map. It's very rare that you see any, well, weird play on this. And it's not really worth spending your income on, on getting this probe out very quickly. The scouting probe. Of course, you do need to scout around like over here to make sure that that nobody proxies you, because, well, you can actually defend it if you're quick enough. You can, for example, make some kind of wall off over here to make sure that this gateway comes in before the Marines get through your front entrance. But yeah, we are not going to scout around. It seems that he is going to scout around with a second probe here. Oh yeah, over here is also a very common spot to proxy. He is going to scout around for proxies right now, just to make sure that, well, he doesn't kind of lose to that stuff. And he's going to scout here, and then he's going to go back to the minerals. So good scouting going on. It seems that our Terran player here is not as worried about that. Well, a little bit of a scuffle between the SCV and the probe, but that is nothing to worry about. Factory going down, no Reaper coming out, and that is of course something that he wanted to see. So there is a Marine that is on its way. But yeah, if you build a Reaper on this map, it's most of the time too late to actually get into the probe line and do some serious damage. But I guess if you don't build a Zealot, yeah, I guess there's that. It's not too well, too horrendous to build that one Reaper. Of course, he just waited with his building here until he had that cybernetic score up, but now he's still not building anything. And that is kind of strange, because normally we see the sentries or the stalkers being, well, produced straight away, and still no unit being produced. Even though, well, on the other side, we do see a Hellion in production now. So this Hellion could actually be very efficient. Few Marines already out. But there is no unit out yet for our Protoss player, so this might actually cost him several probes to fend off, because if he still needs to start even a Zealot, then yeah, that is going to be very hard to counter. And we do see an early Stargate here, so I was expecting an Oracle, because Oracles are really good when the Marine count is very low, because if you fly behind here, well, you can see that you're pretty much completely hidden to the Terran up until you go over here, and then you can pick off a few SCVs, like 2 or 3, and then fly back out again, and that can be very, very efficient. And of course, as I'm saying that, he decides to go in for a Phoenix, which is of course not an efficient unit in the early game, because it needs to pick off. It's a good scouting unit, I guess, but it's going to need someone to pick up the unit, and then so a second Phoenix, and then it can well attack, but well, not a really big deal. So for now, it seems that everything is going just, well, kind of standard for the Terran, but not so much for the Protoss, who now started his first Stalker at like 6 minutes in, which is just insanely late. And I don't really get why you would be that late, because, well, that's just insane. Okay, so we're back here. It seemed that I had a lot of lag there. I don't know what caused it, but yeah, I had to redo this little part, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm trying to get my computer to record the way it should. We see a drop here. It's just the one Widow Mine, it seems. And wow, it's going to burrow just in time, getting the one kill, which is not really worth it, but it still hasn't been dealt with. So let's see, the dropship, did it actually get out? Well, for now it got out. And he might actually hunt it down here with his phoenixes. Yeah, he is going to. So he's going to try to find it, but yeah, there are so many routes back to the base. And he kind of didn't scout the one, well, the obvious route, which is just straight up back to the base. Let's see if this... oh, he actually got one more kill. So yeah, apparently he either got lucky or more probably he pulled his drones the correct way or at the correct time. And well, these are Grandmaster players, so I do expect them to play well. So as you can see, the drop is going on, and he apparently did not spot that. Now he spots it, and the medevac might actually go down. No, it survives. Yeah, one Marine getting picked up, but that is not a big deal. There are still like 8 more, well 7 more I guess. Medevac finally goes down, but so many units dying to this little force. And yeah, the Phoenix is, as I said, not a really good early game unit. Although, well, they can be quite nice if you have a lot of them. But yeah, early game you're not going to have a lot of them. Still 4 Marines over here, and the units lost is going to look pretty terrible. This is just a bunch of units that he lost for no real reason. Another probe going down. And there are 14 units already lost. And that is for 1 dropship and a few Marines. And well, that is just, well, this is just not good. It's just, it's basically terrible. So you can see the difference there. 600 minerals / gas is quite a lot. And finally he does have his Oracle out, and the Oracle is going to fly all the way over to the enemy base, trying to do some harassment. But there's not a lot of harassment to be done at this point, because a few Marines, and he actually, yeah, he immediately gets fended off. The Widow Mine burrowing here, yeah, that's not a good spot. It can actually just, oh wow, picking it up, but does not have the HP to support that, because obviously the Marines would have picked that up. They would have won that fight. And another attempt here. The Widow Mine does go down, but there's probably a next one underway, because, well, that's what you do, right? The Widow Mines, of course, were made to work with these or against these Protoss units. You do extra damage versus shields, and yeah, this guy is just giving up. He has given up on life. The depressed robot, right? So anyhow, we see the dropship actually still surviving, which is quite surprising, since there are 3 Phoenixes on the map, and they were actually in that fight. So yeah, it does seem that they got shot at by something, and that kind of made them pull back, but not by the Widow Mine, because the Widow Mine would have done damage to not only the shields but also the units themselves. By the way, Widow Mines, as I said, are used or are made to work against the Protoss, and that's why they're one-shot stalkers. So is he going to... oh wow, he spots the Widow Mine before it actually does anything. He had it burrowed, so I don't really get it, but I guess he didn't have it burrowed. Whatever. That's the way it goes. Anyway, now we're going to see if these Phoenixes were any good. It seems that they were not. He has 4 Phoenixes, which is a pretty decent amount, and he still can't really do a whole lot. He does pick up the Widow Mine, but does get shot at by another one. And there you can see that they lost all their shields, they lost a bunch of their HP as well. And all in all, that was just a very good trade for our Terran player. He might actually be able to snipe one of the medevacts, but does not group up all of his Phoenixes in the same group. That could have been so much better. Well, he does pick up one, I guess. And now he has to run out because the Marines finally show up. 2 Marines only here. And there's the Widow Mine, but he does know apparently that that Widow Mine is there. The Widow Mine, of course, very good at just shooting at unsuspecting units. We are going to just stick with that. You can see in the top left what the unit production is like. There's not a lot of variation, so it's just more of what we've already seen. The Oracle was the only one that actually surprised me, because late game Oracles or early game Phoenixes, yeah, that's just wrong. Now, not wrong, but yeah, you'd never see that. And well, he does have a little bit of an army, but so little gateway units. Oh, and that was too soon. He activated his Nexus cannon so soon that the Terran player could just walk out, get 2 shots on his Marauder, and that's all there. That's all there's to it. Like, nothing else happening there. And now he's just waiting around here to. Oh, and he's going to burrow Widow Mine there. Sneaky. So yeah, the Nexus Cannon was used, and now all the Terran player has to do is just wait for that Nexus Cannon to, well, to stop working, to time out basically, and then he can go back in. And still producing these Phoenixes, I don't get that. Only 3 gates on 2 bases, that is very low. And this might actually be in, no, it's a forge, never mind. So we do have the well, 1 and 2 upgrades here now. These guys have 0-0, but that's not the guys that I was looking for. I was looking for these guys. 0-0-0. So this is actually his first forge, and he's going to work on that right now, I believe. But yeah, the pure here is definitely not the pure that I knew. I know a pure from like StarCraft 1, but yeah, that's not the same guy, because he would never play it like that. And yeah, that is of course the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes people just oh, he's going to pick off this 1 Marine. Yeah, bye-bye. Apparently he wants to oh, the Widow Mine does get picked off. I probably didn't get a lot done. But yeah, 1 Widow Mine, not very scary. Multiple Widow Mines, however, can be very scary. He's sending out the 1 Marine to scout. Yeah, you go and see what's in the front. Yeah, it's not risky at all. No, he's just going to scout with his scan. It's a very expensive scout, by the way, because every time you scan, you can't use one of the mules. And mules, of course, well, mules are like 375 worth of minerals, something like that. I forgot the exact number, but oh, the Oracle finally gets to do something. It has 3 kills and it almost gets picked off, but fortunately for him, it does not. So yeah, we do have a little bit of well, a flock of Phoenixes, I guess, because they're technically birds. And the 3rd base goes down, but well, the Terran player is either suspecting this or already knows about it, and he's going to attack that right now. He has a magnificent army, whereas the Protoss is kind of stuck on nothing. Here you have the units, and we are going to pause again. Okay, let's attempt that once more. It seems that my computer is having some issues with this game. And there's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. So we do see the 3rd base obviously getting picked off. This is, it's impossible to hold this. At least he cancelled it, but that is not going to help a lot, because those 300 minerals that he just gained back are not going to get him back into this game. Terran is already on 3 bases, has been for a while, and there's just not a whole lot that actually can save him. Yeah, he's getting desperate, he needs to do something, and yeah, this is no fight to win for the Protoss. There is just no way. Everything will get picked off, and these Phoenixes have been completely useless the entire game, especially against a bio army, because, well, if you pick off a tank is actually worth something, but he's been picking off Marines all game, and Marines are worth nothing. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, apparently it was semifinals. Good luck in the finals. So yeah, this was just a random game, which is fine. I just wanted to get back into the commentating. I'm sorry about the lags. I'm going to try to resolve that. For the rest, I think it went reasonably well. Please leave me a comment on what you want to see next. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.